Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren O'Connell, and I am so excited to share with you that today we have Taylor Frankel with us. Taylor is the co-founder of the global phenomenon NUDESTIX, which I personally am the biggest fan of NUDESTIX. It's my go-to makeup brand. And I'm not just saying that because I'm with Taylor, it really is. So I am thrilled that you're here and you have exciting news that you've recently launched a skincare range here in the Middle East. And so can you just kind of walk us through that a little bit? What inspired you to start Nude Skin, and where is it all leading to, I guess?
Amazing. So firstly, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to talk all about our new skincare range, Nude Skin by NUDESTIX. Nude Skin was essentially this labor of love. My mom, my sister, and I were all so passionate about skincare. If you've tried NUDESTIX, you know that when it comes to ingredients, we're very, very conscious about what we put into our products, but also what we don't put into our products. So even with our makeup line, everything is vegan, cruelty-free, preservative-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, no synthetic fragrances, just, really good for you beauty products that you can feel good about putting on your skin. So then when it came to developing skincare, we kind of took that philosophy, but yet still implemented that efficacious skin science background. So really ensuring that not only did we have a lineup of, simple multitasking, vegan powered skincare, but also ensuring that it was effective, so that you would see genuine and actual results. And I'm sure you're, aware of kind of like, the Clinique 3-step that was invented 40 years ago. And, really any dermatologist will tell you, what are your 4 steps that every, customer, that every individual should really be practicing in their routines. And the 4 steps that we believe in, and in addition to Dr. Emmer, who's also a collaborator in Nude Skin, he's actually a renowned dermatologist based in Beverly Hills, who worked with us on this line. And we always say, and he always says to his clients, it's all about cleansing, exfoliating, toning, and moisturizing. So those are your 4 basic steps that, regardless of, your skin type, regardless of your age, regardless of if you're just getting into skincare, if you've been using skincare for a very long time, these are the 4 steps that you need in order to renew your skin. So if you struggle with acne, if it's hyperpigmentation, if it's, eczema, whatever you have, sensitivities you may have, those are the 4 steps that we truly believe that you'll see a difference in your skin every single day. So that's kind of what we decided to do. We took that concept of 4 steps and we brought it to life with multitasking products that really provide maximum impact, minimal effort. So really about simplifying your routine, but yet still ensuring that, again, you see results. So that's Nude Skin. And that's really what inspired it. And my mom, my sister, and I, we all have very different skin types. I have, very sensitive skin, dry skin, dermatitis. So like if I were to use any products that were alcohol based or that had too many surfactants, I would instantly break out in dermatitis, like around my chin, around my nose, which for anyone who's experienced that, it's just not fun.
Yeah.
It's just any type of sensitivity, you're like, and then my sister has oily skin. She's been struggling with acne for since she was a teenager. So very passionate about, using products that work for her skin type. And then my mom, being a chemical engineer in the beauty industry for over 20 years, really knowing what works for her skin and really trying so many different products. And then obviously Dr. Emmer, having his line of really, dermatology products. He was excited to really work on a line that was more so taking that, philosophy of vegan and multitasking and bringing it to life, and obviously having the expertise there. So yeah, sorry, that was a little bit long-winded.
No, that was amazing. I need to listen to that a few more times. Honestly, I have to say, first of all, Taylor, I am incredibly inspired by you. And I think in another life, I could have been like you. You're just so young and you are just creating. You're such a creative person. And I love how you're focused on the environment. You're focused on just really what people need, and they need quality skincare. And you guys have taken a famous dermatologist and had him work with you on this. Your mom's a beauty engineer. I mean, you got everything going for you. It's amazing. So I think you're very inspirational, and you're the type of person that I want my daughter to be looking up to. You know what I mean? Like, you really are. I find you, you're so refreshing. You're very refreshing.
Oh.
So that was amazing. And so I know that Nude Skin, which you can see by the way it's all sort of pressed in. I've been using this like crazy. Yeah. Same girl, same.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So you have these products with these steps. Can you walk us through each product just to tell us what they are?
I would love nothing more. So I guess firstly, before I get into it, because I know you talked a little bit about the environment. So super quickly, when it came to launching Nude Skin, we were like, okay, if we were to develop, we're developing this brand from scratch, how would, as a customer myself, like how would I want to shop and what do I look for from my product? So firstly, the environment, in addition to obviously clean formulas, all of our products are made in aluminum-based tubes.
Okay.
Which are all recyclable. Even caps are recyclable.
Okay.
So you can just throw this in your recycling bin.
Amazing.
And then every single product comes in a carton, just like this. And all of our cartons are, so 100% biodegradable as well. So you can literally throw this in your trash and it biodegrades in landfills. And then actually all of our cartons also have little QR codes so you can watch a video on how to use the product.
Incredible.
But so quickly, thank you. Also, I apologize if I'm like talking over. I feel like the Zoom sometimes lags. So I'm just like,
don't worry about it. Just do your thing. Do your thing.
Thank you. So step one would be cleansing. So step one, we have 2 cleansers. The first is our Citrus Clean Balm and Makeup Melt. I am obsessed with this product. This is your makeup melt, your skin cleanser, and your skin softener all in one. So essentially, you want to use this on your full face of makeup at the end of the day. What I love most about this is that it's an olive oil based cleanser. So there are no harsh surfactants or sulfates or waxes or any type of fillers that typically leave an unctuous or heavy feeling on the skin after you use it. So I don't know if you've ever used like a makeup melt before. I'm sure everyone tuning in kind of has experimented with them. But typically they come in really large tubs where you have to put your hand in it or your finger in it.
Yeah, I can think of a few brands that have them in
tubs. So this is one of so we wanted to create a makeup melt that not only felt beautiful on the skin, had beautiful ingredients, that was clean, but also came in a portable package that was really easy to to obviously use and take with you, and was also quite hygienic.
Yes.
So,
and they're great in the shower too. They're great in the shower.
Really great in the shower. You want to use this on completely dry skin, and then you're going to just melt this all over your face. And then you're going to notice it's going to start emulsifying all your makeup. It also has rosehip, which is great for anti-aging. It's great for softening skin, really therapeutic. It also has a really nice like neroli oil. So if you kind of have that, you have the aromatherapy benefit of really calming and de-stressing.
I love the way it smells. And I love that you guys don't put artificial fragrance in it. It's actually just a natural extract. That makes such a difference, because I won't put anything with fragrance, you know, like the perfume on my skin. So this is incredible.
Yeah, it's
like all the spa.
Right? It's so therapeutic. I tend to even use this sometimes on fresh skin in the morning because it actually almost awakens your senses. And it has your skin cleanser benefits as well. So it's not just a makeup remover. It actually has ingredients like orange, apple, which you're not squeezing orange into this product. It's kind of like the extracts and botanicals that you find. And that's really going to help to deeply cleanse the skin and also brighten. So apple, which is a natural malic acid. So, everyone kind of hears about AHAs and how they're detoxifying and brightening. So really great to be used as kind of like your all-in-one product.
I love how you guys have the ingredients on it as well. It's so nice to see that, because I don't think some products don't have that. So it's nice just that, you don't hide it, is I guess what I'm saying, because you don't need to. The ingredients are amazing. So can you also use this as a mask for can you leave it on your skin for a few minutes before you wash it off?
You definitely can. Like something that I actually love to do, and maybe I'll kind of show you on one side of my face just to kind of take you through this step.
I'd love to see it.
I would obviously go in with my melt. You really just don't need much for your entire face. Obviously, if you're wearing a full face of makeup right now, I have fresh skin, so I'm just going to use it a little bit, and then you would just go in and start massaging all over the
Yeah.
face. And then what you can do is you can kind of leave that there, so you have a little bit of a, a lubricated base.
Yep.
And then you can go in even with your jade roller if you have
Oh,
one.
clever. Yep.
Yeah, or even a gua sha if you have a gua sha or any type of tool, and then you can go right on top of your skin.
Amazing.
And so you're obviously right first thing in the morning, you might be a little bit puffy. You might a little bit of, like, anybody can benefit from lymphatic drainage, especially, if you live in
Well,
like hot climates.
yeah, absolutely. And it's getting so much hotter out here. So I could picture so many women and men wanting to do this in the morning. Also, we have Ramadan starting tomorrow. And during Ramadan, I just feel like so many people get dehydrated skin. So I feel like this is a great way just to give your skin a nice drink with all these wonderful ingredients in it. And I love the idea with the roller.
Exactly. And it's a great way to
Amazing.
kind of like multitask, right?
Mhm.
Like you're cleansing, you're kind of softening, and then you're also really promoting that, lymphatic drainage and blood circulation. So kind of
Yeah.
doing, we're all about multitasking here, like the
Yeah.
woman on the show today,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Absolutely. So after you finish with the makeup melt, then there's a second part to this cleanser, right?
Yes.
This
So
duo.
the second cleanser we have is our Gentle Hydrogel Face Cleanser. I cannot talk more about this product. As I kind of mentioned earlier, I have super sensitive skin,
Yeah.
dermatitis. If I were to use any cleanser that had foaming agents or surfactants,
Same.
yeah, it's as much as, they can be beneficial for certain skin types. We believe at Nude Skin, and Dr. Emmer preaches this as well, is that regardless of your skin type, if you have oily skin, dry skin, acne prone skin, when you overly strip your skin, what happens is your skin is signaled to produce more oils.
Right. Yes, exactly. I know.
Right.
And I think a lot of people with oily skin, they don't realize that. So they use these crazy cleansers and then they have more and more oil coming
Yeah.
on.
Exactly. And that's why you'll actually see a lot of people who struggle with combination skin, because a
Yeah.
lot of people, like, there are many people that are oily all over their face, but there are
Yeah.
many people who already have maybe some areas that are oilier than others. Like, for example, I get quite oily around my chin and my T-zone.
Okay. Me too. Me too.
Yeah. So for me, like, it's more beneficial. Like, if you go in with a really harsh cleanser, like, you're stripping everything, right? And
Yeah.
so you see, this area, I guess be reduced in, oils or
A
oiliness,
little
and
bit
then
drier. Yeah.
exactly. But then exactly what happens, you overstrip it, and your skin is now reproducing more oil. So then that's when people may experience some acne and, like, some excess sebum that's being produced, and then it's
Yeah.
getting trapped underneath your dead skin. So anyways.
No, you're absolutely right. And there's not enough, I feel like there's just not, especially on social media, you don't see enough of posts and accounts talking about this sort of thing. They're more just always putting on different products. So it's nice to get the education part of it too, because that's a really important thing. And just so many people don't realize it. But
Yeah.
so with this cleanser, this is for
Yes.
all skin types then.
All skin types.
Okay.
So I was really inspired. I am a huge fan of micellar solutions. So
Okay.
water solutions that you typically find at, a pharmacy or a drugstore. You have your classics. Bioderma is a really
Yeah.
good one. So I love them because they didn't strip my skin, but they would still cleanse. But yet I didn't feel like they were deeply cleansing.
Yeah.
But I liked how gentle they were, and I
Yeah.
like how they didn't foam. So this essentially is kind of like a micellar solution in a gel form, but with active ingredients to deeply cleanse. So
I love it.
yeah, and you actually don't need water with this. So you can use this on completely dry skin,
Okay.
and you literally only need like a dime size. And I love the texture of this.
I
love
do too. I do too. It's amazing. Honestly, I wish this came in a body wash. I would use this everywhere.
Right?
It is incredible.
It's so good. And I love using this first thing in the morning on fresh skin. It
Yeah.
has a little bit of a cooling effect. It also has hyaluronic acid. So not only are you
Yeah.
cleansing, you have your bergamot fruit oil, which is going to help cleanse, and then you have your hyaluronic acid, which is going to help hydrate. And on
Yep.
completely dry skin, so that you're not, because this is water-based, by adding more water, you're actually almost diluting it. So that's why
Oh,
you
I
don't
didn't
want
know
to
that.
add water. Yeah,
Okay. I
which
did
makes
not know that. I'll have to try that without the water.
Yeah, it's funny because I get on a lot of interviews and they'll say the same thing, like, because no one's used to using like a gel cleanser without water.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, I used it with water. And then when I tell them to not use water, like, oh my God, it made such a difference because of, the texture of the product. And actually, you can easily, like you said earlier, like, can you go in with a tool? You can actually use this as a mask as well, leave it on for a few minutes
Okay.
and then go in with your tool as well, to kind of multitask.
Amazing. And once
Yeah.
again, I feel like this would be great during the Ramadan holiday because it is just packed with hyaluronic acid. So it's great for dry, dehydrated skin. This is,
Exactly.
yeah, this is such a great cleanser. I'm so careful with using it. I don't want to squirt out too much at once because I'm like, this is so nice. This is probably the nicest cleanser I've ever used. And I have incredibly dry skin that's maturing. I'm 38 years old. So it's nice to have this type of formula on, my, especially that under eye area, which is
Yeah,
definitely prone to fine lines.
exactly. And that's actually a great point when it comes to anyone who's, working or looking for anti-aging products. Like the more you strip the skin, like, the worse it is. So
Yeah.
using products that not only cleanse, but also hydrate is definitely beneficial, not only for obviously for someone who's looking for anti-aging, for anyone, but really beautiful product. And again, highly recommend for any type of sensitivities. If you have acne prone skin, highly, highly recommend this. You could even keep it in the fridge the night before and then use
Oh,
it on the
clever.
face for
Amazing.
like
So
that.
I love that idea. You can keep it right there with the jade roller and just have a
Yeah.
little spa morning with all the scents too. So when you put that on your skin, is your skin supposed to be damp or can it be dry?
So you want to make sure that your skin's pretty dry.
Okay.
I mean, it can be damp technically, like if you
Mhm.
go in and wash your face after your balm, like if your skin
Yeah.
does have a little bit of moisture to it from the water, from removing it, then that's fine. I do prefer to use this on like completely dry skin.
Okay.
And then, so once you've cleansed, so we've cleansed the skin, again, you can
Mhm.
use both of these products, you can use one or the other. Next step would be exfoliation.
Yes.
So I know that Lauren, you used this recently. I think you used a few of the products recently in a post of yours. And I think it was the
Yes.
most satisfying thing watching you use this product,
I love it.
because it's so good.
It is
Dr. Emmer,
amazing.
it's so good. Dr. Emmer swears by this product. Like he, in his clinic, like he'll perform like different facials and different treatments and laser and all of this. And every single client that comes through his door, he's like, you need this. Add this to your routine because this will change the game for you.
Okay.
Such a good
I believe
exfoliation.
it. I have been using this. I don't use it every single day. I've been using it about 2 or 3 times a week. And I love how my skin looks afterwards. It is incredible. It's also kind of fun to use, but
Yeah.
I just love how it makes my skin really glow. And people say, what have you been using? And I keep telling everyone, you have to check out this NUDESTIX.
Yeah, I love that. And what's so great about this is that it's a non-physical exfoliant. So it's kind of like a chemical peel
Yeah.
and without, the chemicals. So you're really
Yeah.
using citrus-based acids to help detoxify the skin. So it acts as your skin exfoliant, your deep pore cleanser, your skin softener, and brightener. So you have your ingredients like papain. Papain is like a
Yeah.
natural derivative of papaya. So that's like the,
Mhm.
your exfoliating action, your peeling action. You also
Yeah.
have vegan cellulose, which is going to help, further exfoliate the skin. You have your apple, which is going to help brighten and detoxify. So really beautiful ingredients in here. And as you can see, like everything's kind of peeling here, but my hands
Yeah.
are full of little peels.
Yeah.
And that is a combination of your vegan cellulose as
Okay.
well as your dead skin cells, oil buildup, maybe excess makeup, pollution, environmental stressors that you may have on the skin, being mixed in combination. I just want to premise by saying this is not just your skin. I think there are some people that say, oh my God, this is my skin.
Yeah.
But it's actually a combination.
It's a combination. Good to know. Good to know. So this would be really great too, I think, in Dubai, because we have a lot of times the air is just so dusty. We have a big dust issue because of all the sand and, you know, the winds. And it's actually, I'm looking out my window right now and it's quite windy. So I know it's going to be very dusty because we live, I mean, the desert is like right there next to us. So I feel like this would be such a great one out here too, because not only is it so hot and we're sweating and we're getting the sweat on our skin, but we have that pollution issue as well. So would you recommend do people with, say, acne prone skin, do they need to use this more often than people with dry skin?
So I would say we recommend using this for anyone about 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
And so this is actually created to be quite gentle for all skin types, regardless if you have acne, dry skin, oily skin, whatever it may be. However, if for someone like myself, like I've been using this, like I use it almost every day, to be honest, because I wear a mask every day and I'm out every day, and I tend to have a lot of buildup, especially around my chin and around my cheek area, because I'm wearing a mask. So a lot of moisture buildup, a lot of excess sebum buildup. So for me, like that, like I tend to benefit from using it quite often, just because I need to constantly remove all of that moisture, the dead skin that's building up on my face. For someone who hasn't necessarily used chemical peels before, hasn't used, you know, their skin maybe needs to slowly adjust. And, you know, a lot of dermatologists and skin experts talk about purging when you're using new products, especially exfoliators. As you're actually, you know, if you don't exfoliate, let's say you're going from never exfoliating to exfoliating, you feel what's underneath. And we may not be so happy with what's underneath at first, which is okay, right? Because, you know, what happens when you have dead skin, you know, you might see little bumps, or you might see all of that what's underneath. What happens with this is that you're removing that. So anything underneath, let's say you have blemishes, you know, they're being kind of revealed to the surface of the skin. So at first you might say, oh my God, like, am I reacting to this product? Like, am I breaking out from this product? But actually, and a lot of the times, like, I'm sure, Lauren, you've gone through so many facials, microdermabrasion, peels. A lot of the times you go to clinic and you get peels, and a lot of the times they'll say, okay, like your skin you'll see a noticeable difference in about 2 to 3 days, because what happens is you're now, you know, bringing everything to the surface, and then you have to go in with active products like toners and different, you know, actives to ensure that you're actually now healing all this, and you're not further, you know, irritating those blemishes, and you're treating them. So that's where this comes in. But yeah, you know, that is definitely a key. Sorry, go ahead.
So no, I was just gonna say, as you were saying that, it was cutting in and out a little bit. It was getting a bit choppy, but I totally got what you said. So this will cause, just in case it doesn't show up properly on the video, you're saying this could cause some purging of the skin, but that's normal. It's okay. So just keep using it at, you know, a few times a week and just build up with it. Is that what we do?
Yes, exactly. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, you know, I don't know what it is, but
probably mine.
Yeah,
probably my internet.
It might be mine. I'm actually on a brand new computer, so this is my first Zoom on this computer, and I'm terrible to start with Zoom anyway, so I'm always thinking I'm the one to blame. So, but I think it's fine.
I hear you and see you perfectly.
Okay,
so
great. All right, well, if I'm just like smiling and nodding, but not really, it's probably a little bit choppy on my side. Anyways, so this is the Lemonade Glow Micro Peel. And can you buy this one separately in Dubai, or do you buy the whole kit when you go to Sephora?
So at Sephora Middle East, I believe you can shop all of these products individually online. So you can shop full size. We do have kits as well. So if you're someone who does want to try, you know, maybe the full collection without necessarily paying for each product individually, we actually have value kits that you can shop.
Okay.
So you can definitely do that. And then let's say,
Okay.
you know, you try the kit and maybe you love all of them. And so you're like, oh, I want to repurchase every product. Or you might say, oh, well, I actually will repurchase 2 to 3 products. So
Okay.
you can definitely play around with that.
Okay. Good to know. So then
Yeah.
after we do the micro peel, we want to go in with the glycolic toner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The toner, I cannot talk enough about this toner. My mom, Jenny, she is literally obsessed. She bathes in this, and so does Dr. Emmer because
she has beautiful skin. Your mom has incredible skin.
She has
amazing.
Beautiful skin. She works really hard on her skin. She has beautiful skin.
Yeah.
She has like a nice olive complexion. So
Yeah.
she's blessed genetically as well.
She's what?
I got more of my dad's side.
Oh.
I said she's blessed a little bit genetically.
Oh, so are you. So are you. But I know what you mean. I am so fair, and I come from a family that has the deepest, most golden tans. I look like I don't fit in with my family at all. Yeah, everyone in my family, the second they go outside in the sun, they are very deep tans. And no one really knows what my story is. So I don't know.
That's so funny. Well,
but yeah, hey.
It's okay. Listen, you know, your skin looks beautiful.
I think
it's honestly in a way like my mom, like growing up, because she was, you know, a little bit more olive skin tone, and she would go in the sun, she would never burn. So she wasn't as conscious. I think this was like 20 years ago, you know, wearing sunscreen or any of those products versus someone who's maybe a little bit more fair will say, okay, well, I actually have to wear sunscreen every day because otherwise I'm going to burn. But now with more education, everyone's realizing, okay, well, regardless of your skin tone, you know, everyone needs to be wearing SPF, not only for anti-aging purposes, but also just for safety.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have been a complete sun worshiper, but I don't know. My parents were always dunking me in SPF from the time I was really little. Otherwise, I was looking like a lobster. But anyways, so moving on to this glycolic. So your mom, is this probably your mom's favorite product? Would you say?
I would say it is. It's funny because my dad uses this as well, and my dad just turned 61.
Okay.
Just turned 61, and he's been using the full nude skin regimen. It's so funny because he's not like, you know, he's never really been into like skincare, and like we use like product or 2 products. I think all men are like, oh, I'll just use my body wash all over my face and whatever.
Yeah.
But he has noticed such a difference in his skin, like tightening and firming and brightening. And my mom loves this because, especially if you do have thick skin, like my mom has kind of like that European, she's Portuguese, so she has quite like thick olive skin. And so for her, a lot of her struggles were not only like thickness of the skin, but also dullness. So what she loves about this is that this has ingredients to brighten, to help with hyperpigmentation, to really soften the skin. And also it has glycolic, so it continues to detoxify and exfoliate the skin as well, without overly stripping, again, because hyaluronic acid, so you're hydrating simultaneously. So really beautiful product. Just reading here, you know, you have your 5% citrus fruit and glycolic. So 3% glycolic, 2% citrus fruit. You have grapefruit, lime, lemon, apple.
Amazing.
So all ingredients to, you know, really deeply cleanse, detoxify, and then you have your hyaluronic acid to hydrate. So
so did you just use your finger with it?
I did.
Okay, good to know. I was using before do you know those Halo, whatever, I don't know what they're called, the Halo sponges? They're not really sponges though. I was using one of those to put it on, but you're just using your finger.
Yeah, I'm just using my finger, honestly, because I mean, I have cotton pads here actually, but it's more of like, you
get more product out of it too, right? That's a great tip.
Yeah, and I think it's dependent on like, you know, it's more of a preference thing. Like for me, if I'm already deeply cleansed, I know there's nothing left on my skin, I will go in with my hands and really just press it in my skin, and you'll notice that I have like this instant glow.
Yeah, you do. Your skin is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And it really is. I can see it's actually, it is looking glowier the more you're doing it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful glow toner. There's no alcohol in this product, so it's water
Yeah.
based. So if you have sensitivities or you get really irritated with any alcohol-based product, you can use this, no problem. And I like to push this into my skin to really work those products, to really get all those actives into my skin. But again, you can use a cotton pad if you prefer, just to show anyone who does prefer to use cotton pads, or a halo, like you said.
Yeah.
Definitely use that as well. That's actually even better for the environment.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And you just want to collect the product with a pump, really easy pump applicator. And then you're just to apply that in an upward motion.
Amazing. And do you use this twice a day? Do you use it once a day?
So you want to use this once a day.
Okay.
Because it does have glycolic, which is quite an active ingredient. It is, your skin will now become a little bit more sensitive when it comes to sun exposure, just because, again, you're detoxifying. So I would say once a day, traditionally, or typically I would use this at night. So this is kind of like your night routine. And I would suggest using it about 2 to 3 times a week. I use it about 4 times a week just because my skin is pretty adjusted to using these products and acids. But if you've never used acids before on your skin, you've never used glycolic, then I would suggest starting with about 2 to 3 times and then going from there.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. So do you also then use the peel at night as well?
So the peel, you can kind of use both. I would say this is probably more potent than our peel, just because it does have like your glycolic and your citrus fruit acids. It's kind of like a spa resurfacing treatment, versus a peel, which is not as active. It still has, your citrus fruit acids, but it's a little bit more. I would say because it doesn't have that glycolic acid, it's not as strong. So I would say you can use this morning or night, but just make sure that you are wearing SPF when you are using either of these products, although you should be wearing SPF every day, but just like making sure you're extra cautious, because you are removing the dead skin and you are revealing fresh baby skin, which can be, more sensitive when it comes to sun exposure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, good. Thank you for clearing that up. So now that you're completely exfoliated and glowing, there's one more step, right?
One more step, which is one of my favorites, as you can see. I mean, I have so many moisturizers, but mine's like,
it's amazing. Mine is amazing. I'm just loving. I actually put this on top of my makeup the other day. I was just feeling really dry. And I said, I'll just put it on top. And it looked really nice on top of it. It was on top of NUDESTIX makeup, which is all creams anyways. But I'm obsessed with this cream. It is so good. And the turmeric is a huge ingredient out here because there's such a big Indian population in Dubai. So I always hear about turmeric. So I think it's super cool that you guys included that ingredient in this cream.
Yeah, turmeric is like one of the, it's a superpower. It's a superfood, right? Like I think people use it in their smoothies and their food, it's really great for reducing inflammation. And really, whether it's in the body or on the skin. So really beautiful ingredient. And what our goal was with this moisturizer, and I'm sure many of you tuning in or yourself, Lauren, have tried kind of like all of it, right? There's so many moisturizers out there. Our struggle and my struggle was finding a moisturizer that you can use all year long. So it wasn't seasonal, because you hear all this marketing jargon, right? Like, you can only, this is your summer moisturizer and this is your moisturizer, which in some cases can be true, but I felt that any water-based moisturizer wasn't really doing it for me, wouldn't truly hydrate, and then anything thicker that had a lot of waxes and a lot of fillers would just sit on my skin, and I didn't love that oily feeling throughout the day. So this is kind of like your all-encompassing. It has 0 waxes, 0 fillers, You have yuzu oil, which is a Japanese citrus fruit, which helps with anti-aging. Vitamin C, it's a highly concentrated in vitamin C, which helps with brightening. It helps with just tightening and firming of the skin. And then you also have your turmeric extract, which is going to help reduce inflammation, reduce redness, and reduce blemishes. And the formulation, when you first use it, you literally just need, and I tell everyone this because I think like on social media, like you see people like slather on.
Oh yeah.
You need
It's
like
true.
this is actually
That's
right?
it. That's only it. That's a
all
really
you need.
okay. Good to know. I've been using at least double that.
Yeah, like actually this would almost be too much. Like I would
Wow.
actually
Okay.
that and see how much I have left on my finger because it spreads really easily. It has a special elastomer technology that allows the product to spread easily and absorb into the skin really
Interesting.
easily. So this should last for a very long time. I've been using this for a very long time, as you can see.
Good to know. Okay, I need to cut back then because I've been using way too much.
Yeah, and listen, like at the end of the day, so let's say you can add more as a nighttime mask, but I would use the amount that I just applied originally as a mask. And then this would be kind of like your daily moisturizer. And then you're just going to apply that all over the face. You could even like use like different face massage techniques to really help with blood flow, circulation. It has a really nice like loop, really nice texture, like emollient texture. So really easy to go in with any tools, gua shas to help with, again, more lifting and toning of the skin.
And I love the way it feels on the skin too afterwards because it doesn't feel greasy, but my skin, it just moisturizes it in a way where I don't feel tight at all, but I'm not conscious of the fact that I have a full face of moisturizer on. And my makeup layers so nicely on top of it.
Yeah, and that was really intentional too, because obviously, having NUDESTIX and something that a lot of our customers would struggle with is like finding a moisturizer that also acts as a primer. So you don't need to kind of double up on your products. So this you can actually wear as a nice, obviously your daily moisturizer, but also acts as a primer because it doesn't feel sticky, it's not slippy, and it's not oily, but your skin still feels so hydrated and just like tight. And then you can use this on the neck, obviously on the chest. I use whatever's left over on my hands as well. So
I have to say this one, I am just loving this cream. From the first time I tried it, I have been using it every single morning and night since. I'm not using anything else now. So I love how you have the vitamin C in it as well. And I'm just looking at the ingredients now. You have so many great ones that this is now for all skin types, but I am seeing a lot of the ones I love in here for my dry skin, but someone with acne or oily prone skin can use this as well, correct?
Yes, exactly. Obviously, if you have super dry skin, maybe you're using like a tiny bit more product. If you have super oily skin, maybe you're using a tiny bit less. But otherwise, this is a product that we formulated specifically for all skin types. It's not going to clog your pores because it has a really nice elastomer. It absorbs instantly to the skin. And that was also the reason why we didn't add any waxes or fillers. A lot of thick, heavy creams that you find, may have all those active ingredients, but the reason why they feel so thick is because there are waxes and fillers to make it feel thicker on the skin. But that all of those those fillers aren't actually absorbing into the skin. And that's why your skin may feel hydrated at first when you first apply it, but then, your skin maybe feels oily throughout the day, or maybe you feel like your skin never is truly hydrated.
Yeah, it just sits on top of it instead of actually sinking in and doing the work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is an incredible line. I'm thrilled with it. I love it. You also have wipes too, right?
We do. I actually have them right here. I was using some earlier, but we have our vegan bamboo cleansing cloths. So these are great. Firstly, I mean, from an environmentally conscious perspective, all of our wipes are 100% biodegradable. They're made out of bamboo.
Amazing.
Bamboo is one of the most renewable materials that you can possibly source because bamboo is one of the fastest growing materials like that.
Yes.
what the fastest growing material.
Yeah.
So really, really a beautiful product to use, obviously great for the environment.
Yeah.
All of our wipes are also, from a sizing perspective, are about, I'm not even gonna say half, but maybe 3/4 of your traditional sheet. And we did
Okay.
that because, you know, my mom was inspired by Pick a Size Bounty.
Oh, I love it. That's such a mom thing.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would never even think about that. But
Yeah.
even if you think about how much, you know, wipes you go through, like the really large ones that are typically about
Yeah.
this size, right?
Yeah.
That you would maybe use half of it and then throw it away. We
Right.
wanted to, we added double the amount of sheets. So there's 60 sheets versus the traditional wipes that typically have 30 sheets.
Oh,
But we made them, you know, just a little bit smaller. They're actually
yeah.
very durable as well, as you can see. Bamboo is
Yeah.
very durable. And then you can just make sure you're using the entire wipe. And what we also did is that it's oil based as well. So it has like lemongrass and coconut oil. So it's a really great emulsifier for makeup.
Oh, clever. I love how, I mean, every single aspect of it you guys think of. It's amazing. You know, I had a pack of the wipes and it occurred to me that I hadn't seen them for a while. And I thought to myself, I haven't even tried out these wipes yet. Turns out my 11-year-old daughter took them and she's all about the wipes. So she used them and she finished it. And I said to her, "Oh, how was it?" And she said, "Oh, I highly rate it." And I said,
Oh,
"Okay, that's good to know."
she's a future beauty influencer. I love
Yeah,
that.
totally. She really is. So she
Well,
said
thank
they're
you for the
fabulous.
review. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's a 5-star review. You know that any 11-year-old would
I
never
know.
lie. They
I
wouldn't.
know. Because
It's
I will tell you,
that's
she's
awesome.
brutal. She is
Yeah,
brutal. She does not hold back. So she loved them. She said they were great. So I said, okay, well, that's good to
I
know.
trust you. That's so funny.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Taylor, because before you said you didn't use any alcohols and
Yes.
like the pro drying alcohols. So are there ingredients that you absolutely would not use when formulating your skincare brand?
Yeah. So obviously, you know, when it comes to what's not in our products, we're very conscious of making sure we're not using parabens, no
Uh-huh.
sulfate, no phthalates, making sure that we're not using any fragrances, so any harsh
Yeah.
fragrances on the skin, making sure that we're also conscious of the percentage of like the percentage of certain ingredients in our product. So when it comes to, you know, making sure it's the percentage is high enough that it's effective and
Uh-huh.
efficacious, but low enough so that, you know, great for all skin types. And, you know, you can gradually use the products and over time you'll see the difference.
Yeah.
But we want to like shock the skin like instantly, right? Like you need to
Yeah.
use this range consistently. And that's with really any product. So really using it, you know, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to notice a difference in your skin texture, in your skin tone, and just overall complexion. So, but yeah, I would say it's more so like parabens, sulfates, phthalates, fragrances, and then gluten as
Yeah.
well. We don't use any gluten, and then obviously everything's vegan.
Okay. Yes, yes. Well, you have all the bases covered. I love it. And do you have, or did you come out recently with a lip balm as well?
We did.
Uh,
This guy.
oh,
This
is
is
that
not
going to, is it available in Dubai?
not yet.
Okay,
We are planning to launch it
great.
going into this, I guess, summer, fall season.
Okay.
It is really beautiful. I don't want to hype it too much because I don't want to get everyone excited before they can
Yeah.
actually shop, but it is amazing. So
Okay.
excited for
Something for us to
everyone.
look forward to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. And do you have any other products in the works? Because you said that you had been working on this for 2 years. Is that
Yes.
right? So are
Yes.
you continuing to expand the range or will it stay the way it is?
Yes, so we're looking to expand the range. Obviously, we have our lip butter that we just launched. We are dabbling into tools.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, which I'm really excited for. It's like
Wow.
the first to market, like it's a patented product that we collaborated with an esthetician. She's also a TV host. Her name's Liz Kennedy. Are you familiar with Liz
Oh,
Kennedy?
she just started following me the other day on,
Oh,
very cool.
yeah, she's awesome. And so we're working with her to bring a tool to life, which is the most beautiful tool
Oh, I'm
ever.
so excited.
Ooh, so good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then going into this fall holiday season, we're just going to be really focusing on our 4-step regimen, but also creating like unique sizes. Because
Okay.
based on customer feedback, like, you know, like you just said, I wish your hydrogel cleanser came in a
Yeah.
bigger size, and, you know, we're working on that. We're also kind of, you know, formulating some body products as well. So stay
Oh,
tuned.
very nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Well,
Yeah. So
keep doing it and bring them out, because let me tell you, we want them. We want everything. And I trust you guys implicitly. I know that you're so solid with the ingredients and the products, and you're so conscious with everything you do. So I
thank you.
say keep it rolling, keep it
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you. That's
So,
the plan.
yep, amazing. So in Dubai, we can get these products exclusively at Sephora Middle East. Is that correct? Okay,
Correct.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Sephora
we'll
Middle.
keep, all right. And do you have any plans to come out here anytime soon after the whole pandemic is over?
Yes, 100%. Like that is my first trip, like after I can actually fly out of
Amazing.
Toronto. For anyone who's, and if anyone knows anyone in Toronto has family, like Toronto's on like our 100th lockdown at this
I
point.
know. I know. I've
So
seen
it's,
it in the news. I know. So
yeah.
once,
So
yeah,
hopefully, I'm hoping that, you know, in the next 6 months, we're kind of rolling out vaccinations now. It's looking, you know, we're seeing a brighter future ahead. So
yeah,
hoping that, you know, in the next 6 months, you know, we can start traveling again. My mom and
yeah.
I are hoping that that's the case, so we can actually go and visit all of our markets and really kind of, you know, spread the love. And yeah, so that's my
Yeah,
hope
because
and dream.
I'm sure, well, it will happen. It's definitely going to happen. And I do remember you were just on a roll before. You guys were hopping all over the globe,
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
destination to destination. So we look forward to having you back here. We can't wait.
yeah.
And I can't wait to just share this interview and everything with Cosmo, and they can see just how amazing Nude Skin is and how wonderful it is that it's coming around during Ramadan, which is, you know, such a big holiday here. And I think that this is the perfect set for just really keeping that skin hydrated, moisturized, and just clean. So thank you for that.
Of course. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I'm excited for everyone to try Nude Skin by NUDESTIX. You can follow us at NUDESTIX Skin on Instagram. And then obviously our makeup account is NUDESTIX. So definitely send us some love there. And yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
Well, thank
Excited.
you so much, Taylor, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.